Hi, this is Kevin Thomas with the At Home Film Festival. I had planned to bring you an episode of where you could watch this year's Oscar nominees because they were just announced this week. But then I remembered tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So Oscars are going to have to wait, sort of, because we're going to take a look at romantic and love stories and movies. And since that is such a broad topic, I am narrowing it down to love stories that received Oscars or nominations. So let's take a look. I, of course, am going to skip most of the big giant hits that you don't need my help finding. Maybe one will make the list. But there are so many other romantic and lush stories that you need to hear. And many of them you could watch on your streaming device. So let's go. There are many, many, many giant hits that are love stories and won Oscars. And representing all those on my list is Moulin Rouge, which was up for Best Picture, Best Actress with Nicole Kidman. You could watch this on Hulu, and it's now a Broadway musical, so if you're in New York, go see it. But it's a beautiful story. It's one of my favorite love stories of all time because it's one of those that transcends time. Two secret lovers meet and there are circumstances that try to keep them apart. But love is way too strong to keep them apart. Oh, this movie just touches my heart. And it's got vibrant songs. This is the first time I really noticed that Nicole Kidman could sing. Wow, 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 wow. Little surprise. I'm gonna play part of one of my favorite songs in this movie, which is pivotal to the plot. Unfortunately, it was written for a different movie, but never recorded or used, so it got disqualified at the Oscars for Best Song. Really sorry that happened. It did win the Golden Globe for Best Song, and it should have gone on to the Oscars, but let's take a quick listen, shall we?
Come what may, come what may, come what may, I will love you until my
Okay, so I have to follow that with a comedy because I can't take two tearjerkers in a row. Arthur. It is one of the funniest movies ever made with Dudley Moore, Oscar nominee, as a rich person and he finds love. Now, people never remember this is a love story because they remember how funny he is and the situations he is, but he is willing to give up all his money for the love of Liza Minnelli. John Gielgud there, by the way, won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. It also won for Best Song. This movie is a fun love story. It will lift you up where you belong, and it's wonderful. You have to pay to rent it, but it's only a few dollars, so please do and watch it with me. It's fun. Now let's go to a drama that you forget is a love story, Dog Day Afternoon. It won the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. It was also up for Best Picture, Best Supporting Actor, Best Actor. It lost most of the Oscars due to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest winning all the major awards. But this, based upon a true story, which is also, by the way, on HBO and recently on TCM, is a story of a bank robber. And the reason he's doing it is for love. Yes, love. People forget that Al Pacino's character goes into the bank because he needs the money for his lover, Leon, to have a sex change. So let's not forget that Dog Day Afternoon is a love story. Then I had to pick a really old movie. I chose The Lady Eve. It's on TCM on Tuesday. Oh, this movie is not only a love story, it's super funny, it's clever, it was up for Best Screenplay, and has Henry Fonda as a rich man who, there we see her, Barbara Stanwyck as a grifter with her father that's setting it up to take his money through, of course, having him love her. Henry Fonda is such a klutz in this movie, and it's really funny. He does all these pratfalls. And Barbara Stanwyck had a great year this year because She was nominated for Best Actress for this year, but she had 3 terrific movies in 1941. All were up for Best Screenplay. But as an actress, she was nominated for Ball of Fire, which I like too, but I like this one better. This movie is written and, well, story by Preston Sturges and directed by him. But Preston is a great writer. He's done many of the most clever movies of the 40s. He writes not bougie, but he does, that's my new word, my coworker and friend Sal uses it a lot. So I just, I'm embracing bougie. But he's, he writes more sophisticated humor, but he doesn't go to bougie. Another older movie from the 30s is Katherine Hepburn and Alice Adams. This was Oscar nominated for Best Picture and Best Actress. She had already won an actress. This is only like her 8th movie, but she won one, I think, on her 2nd movie. And she was nominated again for this. And she didn't win another Oscar for many years. But this is a really great story where she plays a woman who's from a poor family. She wants to better her life. She meets Fred McMurray, who's situated better in society, but she does everything possible to have the facade that she isn't poor and she does deserve a better life. Really, really good performance, of course, because it was Oscar nominated. It does cost a few dollars to rent, but if you could be patient, it is every now and then on TCM, and I think I've seen it on the Criterion channel too. Wonderful film, one of her more forgotten ones, so let's watch it. Thanks, Katherine. Now we're up to the 1950s. Everybody loved Audrey Hepburn. Most people think of her love stories. Her first one was her Oscar-winning Roman Holiday. This is not it. This is the movie she made after, where she was nominated but didn't win this time, in a really good love story. This movie, she actually really fell in love with her co-star William Holden, so the chemistry is real here. And Humphrey Bogart is also really good, but I hear none of them really got along with Humphrey Bogart. And also another interesting tidbit, it won the Oscar for Best Costumes, and that went to Edith Head. But most of the costumes were from designer Givenchy, who Audrey ended up loving his work and using him in a lot of movies. For some reason, he didn't get credit for any of that work. And this was remade decades later with Harrison Ford, and that was still good. Not as good. This movie is really, really good. Please seek it out. Free on Pluto or a few dollars to rent. Thanks. Now we're at 1973 with A Touch of Class. It won Glenda Jackson her 2nd Oscar. It was also nominated for Best Picture. It doesn't show a lot. In fact, I found only one place to get it right now for a few dollars on Prime. And a lot of people have totally forgotten about this movie. It is a love story, even though it starts out as an infidelity story. And the most interesting part is, especially for people like me, we felt that Barbra Streisand was robbed of her Oscar for The Way We Were. I still think she was. And many people think Barbra should have won the Oscar, but Glenda won, and she's still good, so I'm not gonna slight her on that. And what a tough year for Best Actress that was anyway. We also had Ellen Burstyn in The Exorcist, Marsha Mason in Cinderella Liberty, and Joanne Woodward in Summer Wishes, Winter Dreams. Tough, tough year. But no matter what, this one's still fun. Catch it, watch it, do it! Well, that's my show of the week. Hopefully you watch all these romantic movies. I'm sneaking one more in. I've reviewed it before, so I thought I couldn't include it, but it's on TCM on Monday, Valentine's Day. Waterloo Bridge with Vivian Leigh. This is a terrific love story. It's one of my favorites. So I watch it all the time. Hopefully you do too. But if you don't have time to watch it, watch the other ones. And I hope you share, that's right, and subscribe. And tell those who subscribe to share, and tell those who share to subscribe. What Oscar-winning romantic movie that's not a giant hit that people know about that you think I should have talked about? Maybe I'll do it again some other time. Anyway, I will see you next week with more talk about the Oscars. See you then. Bye-bye.